Welcome everyone to episode 4 of JW Universe, possibly the biggest episode of all time. So we're finally joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Will. No is the answer, but yes is what you're going to say after seeing this episode of SmackDown, because this is one of the best episodes we've ever put together, ever, obviously. Obviously. And it's starting off with the APA, Farouk and Bradshaw, reuniting again on SmackDown to face the debuting Vaudevillains as the APA are making their way to the ring. That nice attire of them. This is somewhere from Community Creations. It's by one of those guys that are really good at making calls.
So thank you to that guy.
Thank you to that guy on Community Creations. I'm forgetting who made it. There's so many people. But we seem to use a lot of Community Creations without getting credit. But this is definitely from Community Creations. I'm amazing at making it.
That was terrible.
Alright, well, either way, APA, attire ready, thanks to Community Creations, thanks to that guy on Community Creations, are making their way to the ring. And they're going to be facing the Vaudevillains. Will, you're very high in the Vaudevillains.
Yeah, they have a nice entrance.
They have a nice entrance,
yes.
And that's pretty much where the basis of...
I like that pose they do. Like that.
Like that pose right there?
Yeah, right there.
Look at that. He's flexing. He's doing the heart to the chest. The Vaudevillains look excited to be making their way onto SmackDown. An action-packed episode of SmackDown, that is. Now, Will, this is, of course, part of that tag team tournament. Last week, we had the Lucha Dragons, and they would face the Nation of Domination, Kama Mustafa, and D'Lo Brown.
Wasn't it 2 weeks ago? Did we take off last week?
No, it was. It's last week. Last chronological week.
Okay.
Lucha Dragons, Nation of Domination. Lucha Dragons would win, advance in the tournament. Then later in the night, the Usos faced the Ascension, in which the Usos won that match. Usos versus Lucha Dragons is going to be next week. And the Vaudevillains, or the APA, will face either. Think. Now, we're going to go to these teams here. Edge and Christian, or the Primetime Players. There's so many tag teams here in this division at SmackDown. Sometimes you just forget them.
There's like 20.
There's like 20. There's seriously a lot of tag teams. If you haven't seen the draft for SmackDown, there's a lot of tag teams. But this tag team right here is going to be the one that's going to take it all. That's my prediction. Because look at these guys. They're flexing. They're amazing. They're Americans. And they're 1920s. And it's all beautiful. And the match is about to start. Of course, the APA, an accomplished tag team all across wrestling promotions, and two of the most successful superstars of all time. Then you have the up-and-coming Vaudevillains. And I'd say it's a pretty even match, though, in terms of strength, speed, that kind of stuff. Of course, Farouk, the more athletic of the APA.
Yeah.
And I guess you could say Aiden English is the more athletic of the Vaudevillains.
Farouk says damn a lot, so I think like a lot of his dams are going to help him.
A lot of his dams are going to help him. That's amazing color commentary by Will. As Farouk's going on the work here, it's going to be reversed though. Some punches back and forth. Thrown outside on the apron now. Oh, nice reversal there by Aiden English. Thought he had him. He thought he was going to spear him, but no. He's on the top rope. Big elbow from that top rope. So many feet in the air. And going for the cover here. Quick kick out. 2 feet in the air, apparently. And Aiden English now going to work on Farouk. See Farouk and Bradshaw, the APA. Oh, look at that. Clothesline outside the ring. These guys are bar brawlers. They come in their jeans and their t-shirts. They just beat people up. There's no technical wrestling. In bars. Usually in bars, but they're in a wrestling match. And if they win this match, I'm sure they're just going to go backstage, have some beers behind their door that doesn't really work, and their table, you know.
And they're going to say damn a lot.
They're going to say damn a lot. And Aiden English going to take some time to pose his amazing physique in the ring. And Farouk's going to come back at him with that big splash, picking up Aiden English now, looking to get some momentum. Tossing Aiden English into that corner. JBL just did a little squat there. And just getting his glutes working. Because he's about to be tagged in. And JBL now, Bradshaw, Acolyte.
Who has that ferocious, powerful clothesline. That's his finish. Clothesline
from hell.
Yeah, and that's why it's so powerful.
He's looking to use that.
It's Satan himself who gave him that arm. It's so powerful. That will literally take your fucking head off.
And let's see if he can... Oh my god, that might have taken the head off of JBL. Jesus Christ. That DDT. Going for the cover now. And a kick out at 1 because, he's JBL. And if you remember in the draft that we did, I refused to draft JBL. And even up to the last few people.
I hope you regret that.
It was like Santino and someone else. And I picked Santino over JBL. Nice Russian leg sweep to Aiden English. And he flips out of it. Stands on his feet. Tags in Simon Gotch, his tag team partner. Getting his first bit of action on SmackDown ever. Ready for this? First move he's ever going to do. Delayed suplex. That's how you start.
The longest suplex I've ever seen in my life.
That's how you start a career right here on JBL.
Big Show does the best suplexes.
Okay, well, either way, Simon Gotch, it's supposed to be delayed. Fist drop by Simon Gotch there. Running fist drop. Oh my god, taken out Farouk. That's what he tried to do to Aiden English before Farouk. Only to be reversed by Aiden English, but that was a successful move there, maneuver. Midsection punch, then a club over the head. JBL going to take some time to accommodate his fans here. He's built up that signature move. This match could be over at any moment. Going for it. Simon Gotch with the reversal. Neckbreaker to JBL Bradshaw. Simon Gotch now. Oh, that rolling fireman's carry. Excellent move there by Simon Gotch. Very old school, very powerlifting, strongman type that the vaudevillains are. It's very different styles here. We got the brawlers and the wrestlers, I think. But they could be going for that finisher here. Devastating. Put away so many tag teams in NXT. Looks to be putting away JBL and the APA to advance in the tag team tournament. Farouk is in the ring. Simon Gotch clothesline him out of the ring, and that's a 3 count.
That was definitely a clothesline from hell.
That was a clothesline from hell by Simon Gotch to Farouk. Tried to break up that pin. Simon Gotch says, hell no, and he wins. His partner, Aiden English, gets the cover. The vaudevillains are going to move on in this tag team tournament, and the tag team division is heating up. Best it's ever been here on SmackDown. This could rival last year's tag team division with the Usos, with the Shield, with Team Hell No. So many other teams that we had on JV SmackDown. A tag team wrestling clinic this was. We got more tag team action coming your way tonight. But also tonight, Brock Lesnar is back in an open challenge to anyone in the back in our main event of the show. And that's going to be a hell of a contest. Whoever it is, Brock Lesnar is going to put on a show.
Hey, Zack Ryder.
Zack Ryder is going to accept the challenge. We will see you when SmackDown comes back. And we're back on SmackDown. Y2J, Chris Jericho, of course, on SmackDown this time around. He was on Raw last season. He's here on SmackDown. He's facing the upstart who had a victory over United States Champion Bad News Barrett last week. Of course, I'm talking about Finn Balor, the leader of the Balor Club, last week debuting as the Demon, who do that breakout, dived over the ring, all the way onto Barrett outside the ring. It was a crazy moment. And Balor here seems to have calmed down and gotten off the pills, and he's back to being his normal self. And
he got off the pills?
Sure, well, he was very excited.
No, he's going to get back on his pills one day. I know for a fact.
He's going to. The Demon will return. But for now, it's the wrestler. It's the guy in a jacket and pants. Not even wearing pants. It's Finn Balor. Making his way to the ring. Just impressive is what I can say after seeing that match last week. Seen him down in the JW Performance Center that exists. And he was very impressive. He was impressive last week. I'm expecting him to be impressive against an impressive wrestler in an impressive match against
on an impressive show.
In an impressive show called JD SmackDown. He's going to be facing Chris Jericho.
Who's an impressive wrestler.
Who's an impressive wrestler. And it should be a wrestling impressive clinic.
Impressive.
Yes. And Finn Balor going to finish his entrance here. Should have just cut this out, but how could you skip this? Where he waves his arms into his theme song, even though we can't even use music, because it's copyright. But there would be music playing, and that would be a lot cooler. But nonetheless, Finn Balor looks very cool in his leather jacket. He's about to get it on in this match against Chris Jericho. Of course, Chris Jericho had that horrible losing streak last season on JW Raw, only to have a victory over Batista to qualify for himself in the Money in the Bank. Unfortunately, did not win Money in the Bank. He's back here on SmackDown with only one win from last season. He could get another big win here, revitalize his career against Finn Balor, who seems to be on his way up. Chris Jericho could just halt that momentum, or Finn Balor could continuously damage the momentum of Chris Jericho, get some momentum of his own. There's a lot on the line here in this match. We're starting off here. Finn Balor hopping over Chris Jericho. Oh, and the drop kick by Chris Jericho, the veteran, of course, in this match. 20 years of experience against Finn Balor, who's a superstar all over the world in that Performance Center. And, of course, debuted last week on SmackDown. Chris Jericho has been a veteran. He's been in every season for the JW. Even the season you probably haven't seen, WWE 13, season that never came to be, WWE 2K14. And, of course, if you are very new to the channel, the season you haven't seen, oh my god, Finn Balor jumping over that ring while I'm trying to commentate about the longevity of Chris Jericho's career. Chris Jericho, former Mr. Money in the Bank, former Intercontinental Champion back in WWE 13. And Finn Balor looks to become the United States Champion, of course. Jericho playing with Finn Balor on the outside, throws him in. Oh my god, a springboard of his own by Chris Jericho. The arrogance. He says, Finn Balor's doing a springboard, I'm going to do one better. He's going to roll, and he's going to land on Finn Balor outside. The referee's going to count, and you got to get back in the ring for this match. I'm sure Chris Jericho would take a count out as a victory.
That's what he was doing.
That's what he was to do.
He wouldn't land on the stairs.
No. Aiming for the stairs is quite difficult in this game. One of our sponsors, of course, WWE 2K16. The game's alright.
Terrible.
It's terrible. And WWE Immortals, the game's good. We got Rusev, Red Soldier, and Bray Wyatt Voodoo online challenge.
Yeah.
Some nice challenges. And what else are their sponsors? Popeye's Chicken and Biscuits. How can I forget? Chris Jericho. Oh my god, going for that springboard. It is reversed by Finn Balor.
That's it. He's done.
He's got to be. And Seguri by Finn Balor. This is a back-and-forth wrestling match here by these two. And the emphasis is, of course, on the wrestling. Two of the best technicians currently in the JW right here. While being a technician, didn't seem to get Chris Jericho too many victories last season. He was able to put on good matches. And sometimes it's all that matters. That sit-out powerbomb by Chris Jericho now. Very crafty. He was in the bottom corner, picks him up by his legs, and sit-out powerbomb. That nice, it was like a spin kick or something right there by Chris Jericho. And now he's looking to capitalize. He's got that signature move. Could defeat the upstart Finn Balor. I'm sure Chris Jericho would want nothing more than that. Just put away someone's momentum. Going for that lion salt, it looked like, but reversed by Finn Balor. And another reversal, back and forth, like I said earlier. Discus elbow. Now Jericho, he's got Balor right where he wants him. He's going to do that triple powerbomb. There's one, but he's not done. Not even letting go of the grip. Picks up Balor 2 times for 2 other powerbombs. Now Jericho going for the walls, but it's reversed by Finn Balor. This could be the end of the match. Finn Balor calling for a finishing move here.
Whatever his finishing move is.
Whatever his move is that he's not doing coup de grace.
It got reversed.
It got reversed nonetheless.
And, oh my god!
Hip
He just stood right up. And now Finn Balor is feeling it.
Look at that, clotheslines. Balor is getting excited. Signature move here. Very impressive by Finn Balor. And impressive, of course, is the word of the day. Balor going for the coup de grace. Could end the whole match right here. Balor, he's calling for it. He's trying, but he's fighting here. This match is taking so much out of him, he wasn't able to do it. Jericho with that chop. Very innovative and crafty, of course, like I said. That discus punch by Balor. On the middle rope now. Double elbows by Finn Balor. Back and forth contest here. Balor looking for the coup de grace again. Will he be able to pull it off? But Jericho is getting back up. He just can't seem to get the coup de grace going. widely missing is Finn Balor. Jericho got a little tripped up there, but he's right where he needs to be now. Going for the walls. This could be the end of the match. Jericho could put away the upstart. Finn Balor doesn't know where he is right now. Trying to fight out of the walls. All that pain going to the lower back. Jericho's got to let it go. He realizes Balor won't give up this early. This has been an excellent match. Jericho going for a cover now.
2.9.
Balor able to kick out. Chris Jericho can't believe it. He's yelling at the referee. Chris Jericho so desperate to win this match. I'm sure he had him there. Nice crossbody by Jericho now. Being pretty dominant towards the later of this match. Going for the cover now. Oh my god, a quick kick out by Finn Balor there. Wasn't enough damage to put him away there. Even after the walls of Jericho, Balor's fighting out of it. And he's going for that same signature move again. And it's hit. And Balor is a coup de grace away from putting away a 20-year veteran, Chris Jericho. Jericho's writhing in pain there. Balor calling for it. Coup de grace, double foot stomp, connects. The finishing move that put away Bad News Barrett last week. Cover here. And Finn Balor has defeated Chris Jericho in an epic match. Balor's going to take some time to celebrate now. It's a 2-victory streak, undefeated thus far. It is only 2 victories, of course, but it's put away Bad News Barrett, United States Champion, put away Chris Jericho, 20-year wrestling veteran. Finn Balor is on his way up here. Oh, what is this? Bad News Barrett's in the ring. Turn around, Finn Balor. Bullhammer. Preemptive post-match attack. And Barrett's going to take some time to celebrate now. Getting rid of the celebration that Finn Balor had. Bad News Barrett sending a message that you don't just defeat the United States Champion. You defeat the United States Champion only for to have him attack you the next week. That is the exact message. Nonetheless, Bad News Barrett. See a rivalry developing here in the early goings. More tag team action is next. We got Edge and Christian returning to the tag team division, former tag team champions, of course. They're going to be facing the Prime Time Players. There should be another epic tag team match. Of course, Edge and Christian did win those tag team titles. They were in a while Team NXT they feud with for a while. Team NXT were, of course, the tag team champions up until being drafted to Raw. Both Sami Zayn and Neville, therefore, vacating the tag team championships. Edge and Christian looking to get it right back into the tag team division. They're going to have to face the Primetime Players, who I'm not exactly sure how many matches they were in last season. They were supposed to be on SmackDown with 2K14. I do know that. And in 2K15, I don't believe we saw them all that much. They were a Raw draft. So, making their, I guess, awaited SmackDown debut. I'm sure they've been waiting for a while. And the Primetime Players like to put away the veterans, like another veteran match, I guess. And Edge and Christian, of course. Edge and Christian will come on the scene a bit towards the middle of the JW SmackDown season. Last season, of course. And that One More Match DLC was released. Would form that tag team. And you had Edge and Christian, a pretty successful run over on SmackDown. Now looking to get right back into action here on SmackDown, Season 2, Season WWE 2K16. And of course, here come the Primetime Players, their opponents now, Darren Young and Titus O'Neil. And Titus O'Neil is one of my favorite to watch. Of course, the Primetime Players are making their way to the ring. Titus O'Neil always bouncing in the ring. He just pops all over with the kicks, the spine busters. Of course, he's got that gator taunt. And his tag team partner, Darren Young, of course, with the very powerlifting, strongman kind of moveset. Fireman's carry. Backbreaker, I believe it is. As his finishing move, the Primetime Players making their way to the ring. They look excited. They're making their SmackDown debut. And they're facing Edge and Christian. What should be an outstanding tag team match, just like we saw earlier in the show. Of course, he's starting off things. It's Christian and Titus O'Neil. Titus O'Neil, like I said, just that shoulder block to Christian. That takes him out for a little bit. He's getting fired up. Big boot by Titus O'Neil now. Just flying all over the ring. Christian with that nice reversal. Oh my god, Titus O'Neil's face getting caught up all on the ropes. And stops.
Edge and Christian have been tag team for a long while now.
As kids, they were training together.
They used to be Gangrel. What was it called?
He was in the Brood.
Yeah, the Brood.
Of course, with Gangrel. They pioneered the TLC match with Hardy Boys and
numerous
Dudleys.
matches with Hardy Boys and Dudley Boys.
Titus O'Neil with the cover. Gets a kick out by Christian.
Famous TLC ladder matches. Or not just TLC matches like WrestleMania.
Christian now going for that. It's a very good point to have that experience, unlike the primetime players who've been a tag team for a few years now. Of course, haven't really done much in the JW. They've been sitting in the back. They've been waiting for their opportunities. And defeating these veterans, Will saying the whole backstory of Edge and Christian, and for these two, the primetime players, to defeat them would be such a big victory for them. They'd move on in the tournament not only, but they'd have the victory, of course, over one of, if not the greatest tag team in history, Edge and Christian. And that chop by Christian now, tagged by Edge. I guess Edge tagged in, I should say. Goes for that splash, but he misses there. Darren Young able to take advantage. Chop to the chest of Edge. Fireman's carry reversal, very nice by Edge. Of course, he's got that experience. He knew what Darren Young was going for, and he was able to reverse it. All these shoulder tackles in the ring, in the corner. Edge with the sit-out powerbomb as well. Maybe he watched Chris Jericho backstage and he's like, I'm going to do that too. So he did that. Grabbed him by the legs with that sit-out powerbomb. Going right back to Darren Young. Not letting him have any time here, but it is a reversal by Darren Young. Of course, Darren Young is the smaller member of the primetime players, but you can't count him out. He's got so much energy, so much power in the ring. Of course, you see that. There's a nice body slam by Darren Young. He's tagging in his partner, Titus O'Neil. Titus O'Neil, he's always so excited. Picks him up. Oh, huge Samoan drop by Titus O'Neil now. That gator taunt that he does. Puts his arms up. Chance, but Edge is going to reverse with that flapjack. Edge now working on that leg, trying to keep the big man down, get him off his feet, and work on the lower leg, of course. Oh my god, nice combination of moves there. Punches and kicks, only to finish it off with that flying kick. And now Edge with the big spike DDT. Crowd is on their feet. Edge going for the spear. This could be the end of the match. And the spear connects. Edge is a 3 count away from moving on to the tournament. Oh my god, a kick out by Titus O'Neil. That's a 2.5. 2.9.
No, it was only 2.6.
2.6, accurate number from Will. Titus O'Neil going right back to work, though. He was able to kick out, and he's going right to Edge with it. Punches and just kicks and chops all over the place. Oh my god, just tossing Edge all over the ring. Titus O'Neil is as excited as I've ever seen him here. Titus now with the backbreakers to the knee. Drops Edge right to the canvas. Titus has dropped to a knee here. He's low on that stamina. But he's only a few moves away from capitalizing, from winning the match. Edge able to reverse, and now it's back and forth between these two competitors. Titus O'Neil's got Edge. Brings him to the corner. Oh my god.
He reverses the tag team finisher.
Looked like he was going for that. Spike DDT again. Edge looking to win after a second spear. Could do it. And a spear again. Goes for the cover. Darren Young getting in the ring, but he could have been a little late. It's going to be the victory for Edge and Christian. And they are going to move on in the tournament. Big victory for Edge and Christian. The Primetime players just weren't able to get it done. Edge and Christian are going to go home with that victory. They're going to be facing, of course, the... I got to look back again. The Vaudevillains, of course. I thought they had won, actually. But no, it was the Vaudevillains. We're going to be facing Edge and Christian. Of course, also next week, it's going to be the Lucha Dragons and the Usos. And then, of course, this match, Edge and Christian versus the Vaudevillains. 2 epic tag team matches. John Cena has accepted Brock Lesnar's challenge. His open challenge, of course. It's going to be Brock Lesnar, the JW champion, undisputed JW champion. He's going to face John Cena. Of course, John Cena having one of the most interesting stories last year. Of course, we had, he would be teaming with Dolph Ziggler on a SmackDown episode. This was against Bad News Barrett and Curtis Axel, who just recently formed an alliance. And they'd gone after Dolph Ziggler. You'd have Dolph Ziggler calling for his friend John Cena backstage to help him in a tag team match, only for John Cena to turn on Ziggler, join Barrett and Curtis Axel, and that was a 3-man group for a while. Didn't really have a name, it was just sort of an alliance. Of course, John Cena seems to have broken away from Bad News Barrett. Bad News Barrett's focused on Finn Balor. John Cena looking to get back into the main event. Of course, that he was part of for so many years. Even if you date back to WWE 13, John Cena was part of the first ever JW SmackDown main event. He faced Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton. It was a triple threat TLC match. I remember it like it was yesterday. No, it was about 3 years ago. And I'm not exactly sure. It wasn't many years ago. But I believe it was Brock Lesnar that won that match, actually. So, and that would crown him as the first ever champion. And here we are a few years later. Brock Lesnar is the champion. It's the second week of SmackDown. He's going to be facing John Cena. And it's all too ironic here. If John Cena could get the victory over Brock Lesnar, that could make all those years not even matter. Because John Cena will just rewrite history. And he'd definitely be in line for a world title match. Here comes John Cena. And he looks focused. He looks like he's been training. He seems to have broken away from that alliance. He's back to old John Cena. And then, of course, John Cena later in that WWE 13th season, now that I'm on the topic, he would join Sheamus and Ryback. And they would form the original Shield. And their whole thing was that they were used down people's throats in the WWE and were barely on JW SmackDown. So they formed that alliance as part of the Shield, would run rampant through the whole roster. They actually feuded with you, Will. You had a few matches with them. Your car. You were in that chicken nugget outfit with the big chicken head.
Yeah. Those were the days.
Those were the days. So, Will, you've been in the ring with John Cena. Tell me what he's like. Obviously, clearly.
Fucking hell.
Fucking hell. And that's what Brock Lesnar could be in for here. And John Cena, he just looks ready for this match. But after Money in the Bank, Brock Lesnar would just quickly defeat Randy Orton. Randy Orton did get a victory over Brock Lesnar on old school JW SmackDown. Oh, look at this. Brock Lesnar. Oh my God, wasting no time here. Referee's in the ring. Brock Lesnar did not want to wait for John Cena to finish his whole entrance. Oh, this is vintage Brock Lesnar, I guess you could say. He's impatient. He just wants to get done with this. Like choking the life out of John Cena here. Putting all the pressure on the head there. He's got this strong grip. John Cena trying to break out of it, though. This could have changed the momentum of the whole match after that preemptive attack. Brock with the kick. Cena was able to get out of Brock's hold. There's a first suplex in the match, but I'm sure it's not the last. Number 2 suplex by Brock Lesnar. Now just eyes on his prey. Another suplex there by Lesnar. A vicious assault onto John Cena. So like I said, these two have been on JW SmackDown since its inception in WWE 13, and have been on almost every JW SmackDown. They've been on every season, been part of so many episodes here, and it's all come to this main event. Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. Brock Lesnar is the world champion, and he looks to be making quick work of John Cena here. Of course, Brock Lesnar, after if he defeats John Cena tonight, I'm sure he'll just look for the next opponent, and he'll be ready for that opponent. John Cena, if he defeats him, John Cena will do media appearances. John Cena will tweet or something. He'll Instagram himself deadlifting, something like that.
He will MySpace.
He will MySpace. Brock Lesnar is going to be focused on his opponent, his next opponent after he defeats the next. He's just going to eat, sleep, conquer, repeat. That is his motto. Of course, Paul Heyman coining that phrase at ringside here, of course, is Paul Heyman. Brock Lesnar now showing that he's not taking anything in this match. And Suplex City is upon us. Of course, these combination suplexes, not even letting go of John Cena. For 3 suplexes, that strength. John Cena is a near 300-pound man of muscle, and Brock Lesnar just toyed him around like that, just threw him around the ring. And Brock Lesnar now, he's going to finish this match, put Cena out of his misery with the F5. And the Conqueror is going to, I'm pretty sure, is going to win this match. And was it a question? Brock Lesnar has won the match. A dominant performance by Brock Lesnar.
John Cena never got a punch in.
John Cena did not get a single punch in. He was able to reverse a few elbows. Other than that, Brock Lesnar completely dominating that match. Quicker than that match against Orton at Money in the Bank. We thank you for watching JW SmackDown, Episode 2, Episode 4 of Universe Mode, and JW Raw. Another JW SmackDown, JW Flashback, all that stuff will be coming your way in the near future. And of course, any other WWE 2K16 content that's interesting and fun, creations, anything like that, you'll see it on the channel. So again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode of JW Universe.